Everybody, Dark Skeleton here, and today we're taking a look at a couple more Whispers of the Old Gods cards. So, we have N'Zoth's First Mate, which is a 1-mana pirate. Interesting, especially because it's a warrior card. So it's a 1-1. This is actually the second 1-1 that Blizzard has been adding to the game for 1 mana. So a lot of these cards seem to be about the effects that they have, which is interesting. So, Battlecry, equip a 1/3 Rusty Hook. You may know of the Warrior card Upgrade, which allows you to either equip a 1/3 weapon or to give your current weapon +1/+1. So it's like a versatile version of this without the minion. However, if you take a look at this as a turn 1 play, it's actually not too bad. We know that Zombie Chow is not going to be played anymore because it's Naxxramas card. So control decks are going to need something else to replace that. A 1-mana minion that it gives you a one attack weapon means that it's effectively 2 damage that you can apply to anything that they're going to play, which is a good chunk of 2 drops, and pretty much all 1 drops are going to be able to be dropped by N'Zoth's First Mate if you count the weapon. Given that means you're going to be taking a little bit of damage, but that's not anything that a warrior is unused to. That's just how warrior control decks have been played. Now, the other flip side to this card is that it doesn't have to be played in a control deck. You could kind of look at it as a Leper Gnome in a way. Because, okay, it hits the face once, maybe it gets removed by some kind of weapon, but then the Rusty Hook can deal 3 damage, either to minions or to the face over time. And in that case, it's a little bit better than a Leper Gnome. Simply because you can choose where the damage goes. It's not necessarily all going to go to face. And on top of that, it's also a pirate, which means pirate synergy. Given a very crucial pirate deck card is going out the window, and that's the ship's cannon, which allowed you to deal 2 damage like as a knife juggle effect for every pirate you played after that. So that's out the window. So really, pirates would need something else to go alongside it. But why would Blizzard be making this a pirate card if they had no intention to add more pirates to the game to keep that trend going? I mean, they added Sky Captain Crag, which saw absolutely no play in Constructed for the Grand Tournament set. Is this going to be a set where pirates are a thing? For Warrior, maybe. Maybe Pirate Rogue will kind of die down, and Pirate Warrior as a face deck will be the next thing. Could be pretty interesting to see. So there's a lot of potential uses for this card. Anything that gives you a free weapon for 1 mana, probably going to be pretty good. And one more thing to note is that basically warriors have never really needed or wanted to use 1-drop cards. Zombie Chow sometimes made it into decks, I guess, but never really any warrior-specific minions. But here's an option which is actually worth considering in a lot of different warrior decks. So maybe a pretty good card, maybe seeing a lot of play in Whispers of the Old Gods. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So next card, Faceless Shambler. Of course, everybody knows the Faceless Manipulator, which is a 5-mana 3/3 that the stats are irrelevant on because you copy a minion on the field and you become that minion with all of the current health and attack stats of that minion. So this is a little bit different. It's a taunt minion, which is probably the thing that makes this interesting. But otherwise, you copy a friendly minion's attack and health. Of course, this limits you a lot over the Faceless Manipulator. You can't copy an enemy's Ysera and then get a 4/12 Ysera for 4 mana. That's what Faceless Manipulator is for. But you could copy the stats on your own Ysera, so you could get a 4/12 for 4 mana, which by itself wouldn't really be that fantastic. But say that you have a really big minion on the field. Let's say Emperor Thaurissan. And you're at 10 mana, you want to protect that Thaurissan, so you need a taunt minion. Well, you can play this as a 5/5 taunt in conjunction with Emperor Thaurissan, and that's pretty good. Let's say that even in more extreme cases, you played a big minion like your Ysera, and it lives a turn. Maybe it lives as a 4/10 or 4/8, or however much damage your opponent wants to deal into it, but the point is it lives. Whatever big minion you have on the field, this can protect your other big minions that have those critical effects, like your Chromagus, like your Ysera, or your Ragnaros, for instance. So the potential of this card is pretty good in a control deck. The question is it consistent enough to play? Because you have to have a good minion on the board for this to be worth playing. Otherwise, you play it without a minion, it's a 1/1. That is atrociously bad, a 1/1 taunt for 4 mana, good God. more than likely you can play some minion with it, but some minion could be a turn 7, you play a 3-drop, and then you copy a 3-drop stats. Woo, you got a 3/3 taunt for 4 mana, not so great. So this is sort of like a win more card, right? Because I mean, yes and no. It's a win more card in the sense that, yeah, you'll get great stats if you copy a good minion. But it's not so much a win more, it's more like as a secure the game kind of card. More like a Kel'Thuzad, because you protect your big minions. Sort of like playing a Sludge Belcher in front of a Kel'Thuzad. It's kind of like that. Once you have the Sludge Belcher down, you pretty much win. Once you have a 4 mana, 4/12 taunt that's protecting your 4/12 Ysera, unless they have a direct removal, which apparently they didn't because they passed their turn without killing Ysera, then you win. Then you do win. So secure the game card. Interesting. Hard to know if this will really fit in anywhere or not, but definitely a card that has the potential to. So we'll have to see there. Oh, you could copy Cthulhu, assuming Cthulhu lives a turn. Well, if Cthulhu lives a turn, you basically won, right? So who knows? Who knows? Will it just be one more, or can it really be a functional, secure the game card that's playable in most circumstances? Like sort of like a BGH with situational, but is it good enough for 4 mana to justify a spot in your deck? That's the question. So anyway, I've been Dark Skeleton. Thanks for taking a look at these 2 cards with me today. Come back in the future days, and we'll be discussing the rest of the cards as they come out. So till next time, see you guys.